Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Today, I wanted to talk to you about why do you think people have lost their minds? Good one, isn't it? We have to thank Travis for that because he asked that the other day and he goes, "Why do you think that is, Susan?" Very interesting. Often a lot of my clients have asked me, what is going on with the world? Why are people so difficult? Why are they so mean? Why are they so heartless? And I hear so many stories of what's happening in the workforce and, you know, privately in people's homes, between spouses, between children, between parents. And it seems like it's pretty divided. But, spiritually, what I truly believe is that it's good against evil right now. And you're going to say, seriously? Some of you will probably agree with that. I've had many people agree when I said that because I truly believe it's good against the bad. And right now, you have to kind of figure where you're going to fit into this equation with what's going on. Everything that's happening to this world right now, all the mandates, all the things that have to be done, I always tell people, do your homework. And at the end of the day, after you research and you think about it, you have to do what's right for you. It doesn't matter what media says, what professionals say, you have to do what's right for you because when you do that, you can live with yourself. You can move on because that's something, anything in this lifetime that I wasn't sure about, I did my homework, I meditated on it, I thought about it, and the feeling that I was getting, I stuck to it. It's very, very important that you stick to what feels right for you. Okay? Because is it getting out of hand? Yes. Because I think people are losing their identities to who they are. Are you a leader or are you a follower? If you're a follower, you're never going to find peace in your life. So when Travis proposed that question, why do you think people are losing their minds? Because they're losing who they are and a sense of who they are. Sometimes what I'm finding today is it's easier if somebody tells you to do something, oh, okay, or if it's said on TV, oh, okay, you're not doing the investigations of what feels right for you. It's very, very important, but you should be doing that across the board, what feels right. I'm starting to see people are becoming robotic. People aren't giving it thought, they're just doing. And very few are actually sitting down, thinking, researching, doing what feels right. It's very, very important. And if you want to live a quality of life, you cannot be a follower. You cannot. You have to do what's right for you. And if you have to speak up about it, so be it. If you don't want to speak up about it, that's fine. You can just do what you need to do quietly. However it works for you is right for you. But remember, just because everybody else is doing it doesn't mean you have to do it. My whole life, I've always done what felt right for me. And the few times, and I could count them on one hand, when I didn't listen, I lost within myself. I always say, when you don't listen to that little voice inside you, you're going to lose. But when you listen, you win. Don't let bad energy take over your spirit or your soul. Because, I know some people, they're bitter every day. And that tells me that God really isn't inside them. Make room for God. Because when you do, it's beautiful what comes through. Do you even pray? Sometimes I ask people, do you pray? Sometimes they'll tell me yes, but then sometimes I'll get, no, not really. Maybe you should. Maybe you need to incorporate God, incorporate the angels. It makes a whole difference in your life. But when I see people that are constantly bitter, they can't let the past go, or they hate everything. They have a negative comment for everything. That tells me a lot about somebody's character, spirit, and soul. Don't become one of those people, because when you do, you're not going to see a good day. It's just that simple. We as human beings make things complicated when it really doesn't have to be this complicated. Just because we see people behave in a certain way doesn't have to make you one of them. You don't. You don't have to be that way. That's very, very important to me. So I've never been one to raise my voice on things that I want done. If people ask me, then I'll say it. But to volunteer, I don't. I keep to myself. If you want to know and you want to ask me, absolutely, I'll be happy to share with you. But if you aren't asking me, I won't do that, because the bottom line is I care for everybody, but at the end of the day, it's what's going to make you happy. You're in charge of you, just like I'm in charge of me. So when you kind of look at it that way, it's important. Next thing I want to say is the power of communication is very, very important. Stay close, stay connected to people that you love. Your children right now are going through a lot. They need guidance. They're confused. This world is a very confusing place. 20 and 30 years ago is a lot different, but we don't live 20 and 30 years ago. Don't expect kids to make all the decisions by themselves. Help guide them. Talk to them. It's amazing that when we talk to them, they're listening and they're like, I never thought of it that way. Plant seeds, positive seeds, in your children's minds. It's so important. They need reassurance. They need to hear their ideas are good, but they also need to hear what they're doing good and why it's good. Just don't say good job. This is very important. Whenever I compliment someone, I don't just say it's nice. I even say why it's nice. It gets them thinking. It gets them motivated again. And that is key to everything. So communication, I always think it's positive. It's very important when you use it in a positive way. Don't start it off with a criticism. Start off with complimenting something that they did. And you know what else would be really good? If you want to try this, and then you can say it that way. But the power of your speech and what you say can make all the difference. People are losing their spirit. This is why they're losing their minds, so to speak. And it's really, really important to be mindful of the words that you say to people. On a scale of 1 to 10, try not to get that angry. Take a deep breath. I do it myself. I try to remind myself every day not to get mad over frivolous things and childish things. It's important, but we're human and we do get mad, and it's okay, but don't stay in the anger. Very, very important. So when you can be more aware of your behavior, what you say, how you act, your life doesn't have to be that bad. The power of energy probably right now is at the all-time high of importance of levels. The energy out in this world is not good. So be mindful who you surround yourself with. If you're going to be with somebody who has nothing good to say, or is a lazy person and doesn't want to do the work, don't even hesitate, let them go. Just that simple, because it's very hard right now. And you need all the positive reinforcement that you can get from people. But you yourself, do not forget to be a vessel being positive, reinforced for somebody else. The way you need it, give it back to somebody. It is very, very important. It's the laws of attraction. So the way you want to be treated, remember, that's the way you need to treat somebody else. Take the time, but do the work. And hopefully, more and more of people's minds will start clearing up in such a beneficial way. That's why people are losing themselves, because they're allowing themselves to get lost. So remind yourself, you are in charge of you. You want to be happy? Make the choice. It starts today. I hope this has given you food for thought, enlightened you. Subscribe to YouTube, to Facebook, to Instagram, but really be mindful of your thoughts and how you treat others, because it will come back to you in a positive or negative way. It's your choice. Take care. I wish you a very blessed rest of the week. All the best. Bye-bye.